Once upon a time, in the vast, sun-soaked savanna of West Africa, there lived a man named Bayo, whose wealth was matched only by the grandeur of his ambitions. Bayo was a man of great fortune, his coffers filled with gold and his lands stretching farther than the eye could see. He was admired by many, not just for his riches, but for his heart, which was known to be as generous as it was kind. But as the saying goes, even the mightiest tree can be felled by a single axe. One day, as Bayo walked through the bustling market of his village, his eyes fell upon a young woman named Amaka. Her beauty was not like that of the sun, blazing and overwhelming, but like the moon, gentle, serene, and calming. She was known throughout the village for her wisdom and her ability to bring peace wherever she went. Bayo approached her with a heart full of admiration.
Amaka,
he said, his voice deep and sincere.
I have seen many riches, but none compared to the beauty of your soul. Will you do me the honor of becoming my wife?
Amaka looked into his eyes and saw the kindness within. Bayo, she replied softly. I have always admired your generosity and your strength. If your love for me is true, then I shall be your wife, and we shall live a life of peace and happiness. The two were soon betrothed, and the village buzzed with excitement. But as preparations for the wedding began, a stranger arrived in the village, a woman whose beauty was as captivating as it was dangerous. Her name was Faith. Faith's skin glowed like polished ebony, and her eyes were like twin pools of the deepest night. She walked with the grace of a lioness, and her voice was like honey, sweet and smooth. From the moment Bayo laid eyes on her, he was bewitched. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Faith approached Bayo, her smile seductive and knowing. Bayo, she purred, her voice wrapping around him like a spell. I have heard of your great wealth and your noble heart. But tell me, is it true that you have given your love to another? Bayo, caught in the web of her charm, stammered.
Yes, I am to marry Amaka. She is kind and wise, and I love her.
Faith stepped closer, her eyes locking onto his. Kindness and wisdom are fine, Bayo, but can they satisfy the desires of a man like you? Can they offer you the thrill, the passion? She let her fingers trail lightly across his arm. I can give you all of that and more. Bayo's heart pounded in his chest. He knew he should turn away, that he should remember Amaka's gentle smile and the warmth of her love. But the fire Faith ignited within him was too strong, too overwhelming. What are you suggesting, Faith? He asked, his voice trembling with both fear and desire. I am suggesting, Faith whispered, that you leave behind your simple life with Amaka and join me. Together we can rule the world, living in luxury and pleasure. Your wealth and my beauty, what more could we need? Bayo hesitated, torn between his love for Amaka and the intoxicating promise of a life with Faith.
But Amaka, she is good to me. She loves me for who I am, not for my riches.
Faith's eyes narrowed slightly, but her smile remained. Amaka is a simple woman, Bayo. She cannot give you what I can. Think of the feasts we will hold, the lands we will conquer. Think of the pleasure, the excitement. Don't you deserve that? Blinded by his own vanity and desire, Bayo made his choice. He abandoned Amaka, breaking the engagement with cold, harsh words that cut her to the core. Amaka, her heart shattered, left the village in silence, her once bright spirit now dimmed by betrayal. With Faith by his side, Bayo indulged in a life of excess. They traveled to distant lands, spent nights in palaces, and held feasts that were the envy of kings. But as the months passed, Bayo began to notice that his wealth, once so vast, was slipping through his fingers like sand. No matter how much he spent, Faith demanded more jewels, more clothes, more gifts for the admirers she gathered around her like moths to a flame. One night, after a lavish feast, Bayo confronted Faith, his voice tinged with desperation.
Faith, where is all my wealth gone? I was once the richest man in the land, and now I am nearly penniless.
Faith, reclining on a throne of silk cushions, merely laughed. Your wealth, Bayo. You gave it to me freely, just as you gave me your heart. You are nothing without your riches, and now you are nothing to me. She rose gracefully and walked away, her laughter echoing through the empty halls of what was once a palace. Left alone, Bayo realized too late the folly of his choices. He had traded true love for a life of deceit and pleasure, only to be left with nothing. Desperate and broken, he sought out Amaka, hoping against hope that she might forgive him and still accept him back. But when he arrived at her village, he found out that Amaka had moved on. She had married a kind, humble farmer, and together they lived a life of simple joy. As Bayo watched from a distance, he saw the love in Amaka's eyes as she looked at her husband, the same love she had once given to him. Bayo turned away, his heart heavy with regret. He wandered the savannah, a shadow of the man he once was, haunted by the memory of what he had lost. And so, the tale of Bayo and Faith serves as a warning: true love is a treasure greater than any wealth, and those who abandon it for the allure of false promises will find themselves alone, with nothing but regret to keep them company. Moral lessons. 1. True love is priceless. Genuine love, based on mutual respect and understanding, is more valuable than any material wealth. Bayo's downfall highlights that forsaking true love for superficial allure leads to emptiness and regret. 2. Cherish what you have before it's gone. Bayo's loss of Amaka reminds us to cherish and appreciate the people and things that truly matter in our lives, before it's too late. 3. Regret is the price of betrayal. Betraying those who truly care for you comes with a heavy price. Bayo's regret serves as a reminder that the consequences of betrayal can haunt a person for the rest of their life. 4. Beware of deceptive appearances. Beauty and charm can be deceptive. Bayo's attraction to Faith's outward beauty blinds him to her true nature, teaching us that not everything that glitters is gold. 5. Greed and vanity lead to ruin. Bayo's desire for more excitement, more pleasure, more luxury, ultimately leads to his ruin. The story warns against allowing greed and vanity to overshadow what truly matters in life. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to be notified when a new video is posted. Also, follow me on Instagram and Facebook for more educative stories. God bless you.